When a woman is ready to give you her body, her time, and her full feminine trust, she rarely says it directly. She won't announce it with words like, "I'm ready." Instead, her behavior speaks for her. The signals are quiet, emotional, and deeply instinctive. Many men miss them because they expect something obvious, but real attraction is subtle. It shows up in the way she looks at you, how she sits near you, and how she feels when you are around. This is Talia Talks, and here we go beyond surface level understanding to look at what's really happening beneath connection and attraction. If you're trying to understand women on a deeper level, this matters because real intimacy is not about games. It comes from emotional safety, trust, and readiness on both sides. One of the first signs appears in her presence. If she is not interested, she keeps distance and her body stays closed off. But when she starts to desire you, she moves closer in small, natural ways. She might angle her body towards you, shift her feet in your direction, or slowly reduce space without even noticing it. It feels effortless, like she is being pulled in. Her tone also changes. Her voice becomes softer, her laughter more relaxed. Comfort is one of the clearest signs of emotional safety. Eye contact is another powerful indicator. Instead of long, bold staring, she may look at you, then quickly look away. That brief break in eye contact often carries nervous energy and vulnerability. She might touch her hair, adjust her jewelry, or lightly bite her lip without realizing it. These are not random habits. They are self-soothing reactions when emotions are active. Her body is becoming more aware of you. As emotional interest grows, she begins to open up in conversation. She may share personal memories, fears, or past disappointments. This is not casual talk, it is selective vulnerability. She is quietly testing whether she feels safe with you. In her mind, she is asking without words if you can handle her emotional depth without judgment. You may also notice her curiosity about your inner world. She asks about how you think, how you handle stress, and what matters to you. She starts building a mental picture of who you are beyond the surface. When a woman feels something real, her nervous system becomes active. That can show up as slight nervous laughter, small fidgeting, or extra awareness of her own behavior. If she feels completely neutral around you, there may be respect, but not emotional pull. Desire always creates movement. Touch becomes more intentional too. She may lightly brush something off your shirt, adjust your collar, or let her hand linger for just a moment longer than needed. These are small tests of connection. She is watching how you respond. If you stay calm, gentle, and present, her trust deepens. If you react with pressure or impatience, she pulls back emotionally. At times, she may also seem inconsistent. She might become distant for a short period, then return warmer than before. This is not always manipulation. Often it is internal conflict. One part of her wants closeness, while another part is afraid of hurt. Her desire and her self-protection are pulling in different directions. Another strong sign is observation. She pays attention to how you treat others, how you react under stress, and what kind of energy you carry in daily life. Women often fall in love with patterns, not moments. They study consistency over time before they fully open up emotionally. When attraction grows stronger, anticipation appears. She becomes more responsive to your messages, remembers small details you said before, and may adjust her schedule slightly to make space for you. She also becomes more intentional with her appearance when she knows she will see you. This is not about vanity. It is communication without words. Even emotions like quiet jealousy can appear. A small pause when another woman is mentioned, a shift in tone, or a brief silence can indicate emotional investment. It is subtle, but it shows she is no longer seeing you as emotionally neutral. Eventually, if trust continues to build, she begins to stay longer, enjoy your presence more deeply, and feel comfortable in silence with you. That comfort is important. When silence feels safe, emotional walls begin to lower. What's happening underneath all of this is a psychological shift. As she feels safe, her internal stress response reduces and her body moves into calm connection. Hormones linked to bonding and trust become more active, which is why emotional safety and physical closeness are deeply connected. She may start to linger in conversations, hesitate before leaving, or find small reasons to stay near you. She may also begin to look for your input more often, trust your decisions in small moments, and see you as someone stable. This is not dependence, it is trust forming. Right before deeper emotional surrender, testing often appears. She may bring up emotional topics or step back slightly to see how you respond. She is not trying to play games. She is checking whether your presence remains steady under emotional pressure. If you respond with patience and emotional control, her trust increases. If you react with insecurity or force, she retreats. At the core of everything, this process is about safety. A woman does not truly open up physically or emotionally without feeling secure first. When she feels safe, her guard lowers naturally. When she feels unsafe, she protects herself just as naturally. If you understand this, your focus should never be on rushing or forcing connection. It should be on consistency, calmness, and emotional awareness. Because attraction does not grow in pressure, it grows in safety, patience, and steady presence. This is why emotional intelligence becomes so deeply attractive. It changes how people connect, how they read each other, and how safely intimacy develops. Now I want to shift your perspective. If you're a woman and you recognize yourself in these patterns, pause and reflect. Are you choosing men who truly create emotional safety? Or are you confusing intensity with real security? Intensity can feel exciting and consuming, but safety is what allows attraction to last and grow without fear. And if you're a man, be honest too. Are you creating an environment where a woman feels emotionally secure and understood? Or are you rushing toward physical closeness without building trust? Because when emotional readiness is missing, the experience often feels disconnected afterward. But when trust, desire, and safety exist together, intimacy becomes much deeper and more meaningful. Emotional context shapes everything. Now let's look at what availability really looks like. When a woman starts adjusting her life for you, staying up later, checking in during her day, or sending things that remind her of you, those are signs of prioritization. People invest time in what matters to them. Another subtle sign is how she responds when your attention becomes slightly less available due to normal life. If she reaches out, checks in, or asks if everything is okay, that is emotional engagement. Real interest seeks connection, not silence. You may also notice nurturing behavior. She might ask if you've eaten, remember something stressful you shared, or offer small care gestures. This reflects emotional bonding. When connection grows, care becomes natural. As things deepen, her energy shifts. She becomes more relaxed around you. Her laughter feels natural. Eye contact lasts longer, and her touch becomes less hesitant. There is less overthinking and more presence. And at this point, one truth matters. Consent is never automatic. It must always be clear, verbal, and mutual. Emotional closeness and physical consent are not the same. A woman may feel desire and still need time and reassurance. Respecting pace builds trust. Rushing destroys it. If you want lasting intimacy, emotional alignment matters more than urgency. Slowness often creates deeper trust than speed. Now reflect for a moment. Think of someone you were strongly drawn to. Did your body lean in? Did you check your phone more? Did your behavior change? Self-awareness helps you recognize these patterns in others. And before we continue, have you ever realized too late that someone liked you, but you missed the signs? Many people miss them because they are subtle. If this is helping you understand connection better, like the video and share it. And subscribe to Talia Talks for more grounded conversations about relationships, attachment, and emotional behavior. Now let's go deeper, because beyond the visible signs, something more complex is happening. Internally. Inside a woman, there is often an emotional dialogue when she starts feeling close to someone. One part feels drawn in, another is cautious, and another asks if it is truly safe. This inner conflict is shaped by past experiences. If she has been hurt or rushed before, her nervous system remembers it. That's why emotional closeness requires care. Anticipation itself becomes intimate. The silence between words, a pause, or sitting close without pressure can feel more powerful than action. When two people are physically near but emotionally calm, the body reacts naturally. Heart rate shifts slightly, attention sharpens, and awareness deepens. This is biology linked to attraction and safety. Small behaviors reveal connection. If she leans into silence, that is comfort. If she stays close without tension, that is trust. If she mirrors your posture or movements, that is alignment. This is behavioral synchrony, where nervous systems begin to match. But emotional maturity is key here. When closeness increases, many people rush. That is where connection breaks. What is needed is not speed, but steadiness and reassurance. Sometimes the most powerful thing is slowing down and letting her feel no pressure. Trust grows faster when pressure is removed. Another layer is emotional exclusivity. When she becomes invested, she notices consistency, attention, and how she is treated compared to others. This is not insecurity, it is emotional awareness. Exclusivity is shown through consistency, not grand words. When someone feels chosen through actions, safety increases. Sometimes before deep emotional opening, she becomes quiet or reflective. She is processing risk, not withdrawing. In those moments, presence matters more than words. Silence can become intimacy itself. Eventually, there is a shift. Her energy softens, she becomes more natural and less guarded. She is no longer analyzing, she is experiencing. But real surrender is never loss of self. It is a conscious choice to open when safety is felt. That choice must always be respected. What happens after closeness matters as much as before it. Consistency, respect, and presence determine whether trust deepens or breaks. So the real question is, do you handle closeness with urgency or awareness? Because real intimacy is not built in intensity, but in steadiness. And in the end, the connections that last are never the ones forced by urgency or intensity, but the ones built slowly through trust, emotional safety, and the quiet certainty of being truly seen and respected.